So first, I just want to say this feels incredible. To be female, to run and run and run and not see any end in sight, but maybe have a feeling that there's really no outside to this endeavor, this beautiful thing. You know, we don't have a single female on any of our bills. And what about two women loving, or even more? A lot of women, a lot of money. Is there a message I failed to receive that the face of woman cannot be on our money? And what about the house I just won, that white one? When I sit there, and if I sit there, and I got to tell you, I'm not sure I want to sit there. Some of you might remember my first campaign. Yes, that was back in 1992. Few men have run for 24 years. 25 by the time I stand and take the oath in January to serve my country. I did not quit. I stand here with you on this beautiful, rapturous day, sunny day in New York, to turn around, to look back and look at all that we've won. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to that house, that White House. We often hear these words even as an explanation of what metonym means. Are you familiar with this term? Yes, I promise you a poetic presidency. The White House speaks as a metonym. Certainly that White House we speak of is not the whole government. Like Fred Moten says, it is incomplete, but it has come to be a symbol of it. And I think two things. I think whiteness, I think of the whiteness of the house, and I think of houseness. It houses the government. Now that I have won, it offers to house me now. I now officially make that White House a homeless shelter. It is a complete disgrace that we have people without homes living on the streets of America. I have lived with them, not for long periods of time, but in the same way that I am the first president who knows what women feel because I am a woman, I am one. I have also eaten chicken with the homeless. I ate at the Bowery Mission, very rubbery, very chewy chicken. Those chicken were not happy when they lived, and they are no happier being chewed on dead at the Bowery Mission. And the chewers are not happy either, no. Here's the future. Good food at the White House for all the homeless in America. You know who the homeless are? They are military men and women who fought our pointless wars, who came home after each stupid, greedy war we have waged, and they got less. Is there a GI Bill for veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan? I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Can they buy a house? Who can buy a house? Under Myles, they have bought the White House. That is my gift. The White House will house the mentally ill outpatiented during the great President Reagan, meaning he threw them out of the house, the mentally ill thrown out of the American house, and the alcoholics who do not have free and abundant and available treatment, because this country breaks our hearts. We will habit them too. We will occupy all government buildings and memorials, housing and holding and loving the homeless and the sick and the starving. We'll do what the statue says, you know, liberty. We will take buildings, we will build buildings, and our culture, our new America, will begin to live. Our government needs to be in the business of living, not dying. What else is a government for? The government will become more departmental and take you in, you and your wonderful needs. We'll start with the Department of Women. Obviously, to say women matter and do matter so much and a lot, we need a distinct place in the government to specifically focus on female concerns, which is parity mainly, reforming Congress so that if America is increasingly diverse in a number of ways, our Congress must represent those groups percentage-wise. That's smart, don't you think? So, if most of the people in America are female, so should be our government, right? America is not a department store. We want to do more in our country than shop online and at the mall. Let's face it, everyone is home shopping and yelling at each other on their computers. The malls are falling apart. The malls are pretty much gone. Let them go. We want to make real departments for who we really are, not shopping. We will be strong. Let's go out. We are out there now. We are on the High Line, yes. That's the way it works under Myles. Early on, I described a Department of Culture. We will have that. We will have art in America, not just a magazine. Just for starters, we will multiply the budget of the NEA by tenfold. We will bring back CEDA. That was like an art workers program we had in the 80s, but we will call it CEDA. CEDA. I don't know what. See what? I don't know. I just got elected. I haven't worked everything out, but just think of the possibilities. See the sky, see the river, see the Whitney. A lot of people we walking around appreciating, we will pay them. There'll also be a hear the program, the smell the program. That's probably what you're going to do early on with all those, recovering veterans who don't have to live on the streets. Get them in on the see the, smell the, hear the programs. We're going to massively fund libraries, open 24 hours. They will not be filled with homeless people because they will have homes. So the libraries will be filled with people reading and watching movies and going into the conversation rooms and having conversations and so on. All education will be free. Trains will be free. Cars eventually will be banned. Cars are stupid. No pumping oil, no more fracking. Everything will be driven by the sun or else will be plugged in electrically, electric something. There'll be a lot of free food, a lot of archery. Everyone will be a really good shot. We'll get good at aiming intentions, not killing. Oh yeah, and we'll send a lot of masseuses to Israel and Palestine. No more pesticides. Here, anywhere, lots of small farmers, amazing number of stand-up comedians, lots of rehearsal spaces and available musical instruments and learning centers for people like myself who would like to play something, perhaps a guitar. Nobody would be unemployed. Everyone would be learning Spanish or going to the sex center for a while, going out into the yard and helping the farmers improve the crops, just gardening, helping the flowers, distributing the flowers. See the flowers. When in doubt, always just being a Sida person for a while. There'll be a lot of people encouraging people to Sida. We want the Sida to come back. There'll be an increase in public computers like water, like air. Have we stopped the oil and fracking early enough to protect the water and air? We hope so. But there will be a decrease in private computers with an enhanced desire to be here exactly where we are, which some people would argue is there on the computer, which of course would be allowed, but being here would be cool. Some people meditating, other people just walking around smiling, feeling good about themselves, living shamelessly and glad. Guns would be buried, guns would be in museums, and people would increasingly not want to go there. No. Gun museums would die. What was that all about? Money would become rare. I would have a radio show as your president. Also, I might be on television. Also, I might want to talk to you. In the tradition of American presidents like Fiorello LaGuardia, the little flower, I would be President Edward Myles, the woman. Changing my name very often will probably be good. I would like that, and I would write a new poem for you each week. I might just walk around saying it. Eventually, you would forget I was the president. I'd go to the gym. There are people who like to manage things, just like there are people who like to play cards, and the managers would change often enough, and they would keep the parks clean. America increasingly turning into one big park, one big festival of existence with unmarked toilets and nightly, daily events and free surfing lessons and free boards. Just put it back when you're done. And a good bed for everyone. I just slept in the best bed last night. I slept on the plane. Sleep is great. Nobody will be short of sleep. Everyone will be well slept, chaotic and loving-hearted, and have all the time in the world to not kill, to love, and be president. Everybody take your turn and dance. Dance now. I love my fellow citizens. It's good to win. Thank you. I feel like I had a bad dream last night that like the head of the FBI decided to steal the election by making up about me because I am female, but that wasn't true. And we are really here, undiluted, unmucked up, wide awake in America for once. See all of you and your fabulous beauty and your power and your hope. Thank you for your vote, and I love you. Thank you so much.